Good morning, everybody. This is Kalen from Pastor Ox, and we are live for another episode of Vinyl and Vibes. And we are here live
Yes.
with Mystics DJ
Oh.
Heat
Oh my
live
goodness.
in the building. How are you doing?
I'm doing very great. This is very all things considered like.
Very all things
Very. Let's
considered.
do the nice little snap. There we go.
And we are live for a
Ooh.
new episode of Vinyl and Vibes.
Oh.
Enjoy. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That fast?
Listen,
You saw something that fast?
even though I already own it.
Hey!
I just love Anita. I'm like the biggest Anita Baker fan.
Now this is the one right here.
I've seen her in concert. She could do no wrong. I don't listen.
You saw her in concert?
I've seen her in concert twice. Yeah,
Oh,
I love
jealous.
Anita Baker. So I do own this vinyl.
I got
already,
her.
but
I got
this is
that
great.
one, and I got her first one. Because the first one got Angel, so I had to
Yeah,
cop
and you
that
gotta
one.
have
You get
Fairy
what I'm
Tales
saying?
on there because Fairy Tales is an amazing song.
Do you like the debut or do you like Rapture better?
As an album,
As an album.
I like Rapture better.
That's fair.
The
That's fair.
album before
That's
that
fair.
one, like I said, but Fairy Tales, the extended version of Fairy Tales, because it's like that's my favorite Anita Baker song.
Oh, so you
So
a big Anita Baker fan.
came to save me. Like I love her. I love her. I love Anita. She does something. You know, you play Anita Baker, your house automatically cleans itself.
You get what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
exactly what you need on a Sunday morning.
That's what you need.
Very essential.
That's
Very
very essential. And then even like Aaliyah, like right before, like this is crazy how they're like next to each other, Aaliyah and like Anita Baker. Because
It's the
I
mac
love.
and cheese
Listen,
touching the
yeah,
yams.
the yams and the mac and cheese
You know
are
what I'm
touching
saying?
because I'm a huge Aaliyah fan. I've had the pleasure of meeting Aaliyah before she passed away. Yeah,
Wait. So how did that even happen?
I won tickets off the radio. So at WPGC, this is before I was working at WPGC. They had a contest on the radio. They had something called the Jammy Awards, which was their local music awards. What's crazy, I won the tickets off a Big Tigger show, who I would end up interning for later in life.
Sure.
So I won the tickets. They said Aaliyah was one of the guests there, and I walked up to her. I was like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" She was like so sweet and so nice, and like the vibes and the energy. I still have that picture. So yeah. I'd be like, it was a blessing and an honor to get to meet Aaliyah. That was so
That
cool.
is insane.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But your story is like crazy. That doesn't surprise me that you got a story like that. So when I did my research on you, you got a crazy story.
Oh,
Let's go
man.
ahead and like bring it a little bit back to the beginning.
Okay, bet.
You growing up in Southeast, right?
Southeast, born and raised.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
Benton Road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out Benton Road.
Benton
You know what I'm saying?
Road,
Shout out
Hampton
Benton
East
Road.
Apartments. I was over there next to Eastgate, Simple City, all them on that side. So
Okay. And
Yeah,
you went to
man.
high school out in McKinley, right?
yeah, because they had a radio program, and that was like the career I went into. So my neighborhood school was supposed to be Eastern. No offense to Eastern, but I was like, I get to McKinley because they had a communications program.
Okay, that makes sense. So
Mhm.
radio was already something that was on your mind to pursue.
Yeah, since I was 13.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I knew like 13 is when I started DJing. And
Oh,
also,
yeah, okay.
so it's crazy. Like if you do the math, I've been DJing.
Exactly.
Very, many years of DJing. And that's when I also had the love of radio. And my dream station was to work at WPGC and to like bring that dream to fruition when I ended up, working at WPGC down the line. That's crazy.
So let's get right into it because you said, also with the amount of years you put in the DJ and your experience in the industry is pretty much there too. You said that you had one of your early internships at BET at first. So
Yeah. So and this is the reason for going to McKinley is for connections to get into radio and communications. So when BET still had all the operations here in DC, they they was looking for interns. They connected with McKinley Tech. Shout out to all my techites out there, and they assigned me to the radio program. And one thing that I do remember is being in a recording studio with Joe Claire when he was recording his voiceovers for Rap City. And that was cool to watch that episode when it actually came on. I was like, oh man, to hear the voiceover, I was like, I was in the studio with Joe Claire when he recorded that. So like at 15, and then like at 17, I had another internship at WHBC at Howard University, where I had they actually gave us our own radio show.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, so you really been getting
Yeah,
to it.
I loved radio, man. Like radio was really, really my passion. Radio and DJing, like both of those. So just music, just very, very music driven.
Got you. What were some of the early artists that you was really leaning towards?
So it's like different parts of me. There's like before I got into the broader scope of hip hop, and after. So there's a before and after for me. Oh, shout out D, she's from the DMV. Hey girl.
Hey.
So there was a time where I was like the hip hop I knew was like MC Hammer, Fresh Prince, and outside of hip hop, Janet Jackson. Always been a huge, like still till today, I'm a huge Janet Jackson fan.
We need more openly Janet Jackson fans, because there's a lot of Janet Jackson fans, but you don't hear about them hyping her up enough. You get what I'm saying?
There. I lost my voice last time she came to I am that Janet Jackson fan that if I'm in a bad mood, throw on some Janet Jackson for me and we are good to go.
Got you.
And then like I always joke about this, like how I really, really got deeper into like music and hip hop is like when I was in the 6th grade and like my classmates were talking about like NWA and I was like and the DOC. And I had no clue who those. I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, who's NWA and the DOC? And they looked at me like I was an alien. So I made it my mission to go home and watch. Like, all right, I'm gonna watch the box all day. I'm gonna watch Rap City, and so I could know who these rappers are.
For sure.
And I really fell in love with originally West Coast hip hop. Like from that day, I became a huge like Ice Cube fan. Like the first hip hop album I ever purchased was Ice Cube's Death Certificate. So,
snap! Okay, but that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. So that's how it was for me. Like growing up and then just being into like everything. I was always that kid that had like. With my Walkman, I always had the latest cassettes. I was like, try to save my money so I could get going down, taking the bus to Nobody Beats the Wiz on F Street. So I could get like the new, back then when music came out on Tuesdays, like go like literally just catching the bus to go down Chocolate City, man. Parliament. I know that's right. Yeah, I know that's right. Chocolate City. So So that was me. That was me.
Okay. So you definitely got yourself well versed into rap early on, and tying into that Rap City experience, you had later interned with Big Tigger as well. Like, how did you even again another legend, another icon in the rap music or even media industry?
Yeah, man.
How did that situation even come about?
Man, that's like my big brother Tigger. Like we're still cool to this day. Like I tell people, I would never say an ill word about that man because he took care of me like I was his blood sister. I got the internship when I was at Morgan State, so it was time for internships, and it was always my dream to work at PGC. Like I even tried to get up in there. I had a mentor that tried to get me in there in high school, but you just can't do that. You have to be in college to get college credits.
Right.
So I applied when I was in college. I had the interview, and shout out to the person I interviewed with was Thea Mitchell. And Thea, she's now one of the powerhouses at Power 105 in New York. Like she Thea is the woman.
Gotcha.
Thea Mitchell, she is the woman in radio. Just so very proud of her. How she helped bring the Breakfast Club together and everything she does at Power 105 in New York. Thea is amazing.
Okay.
And then during the interview, she was like, she felt like me and Tigger would like be a great match because she's like y'all like similar things. Like, so I'm going to assign you to Big Tigger's show to be his intern. And from there, it was like it was up. it was up, man. It was he was a great person. I learned a lot from him. You know, I taught him things because back then, about to like show my age, and that's when like the internet was really starting to be real popping. Like
Okay,
with different sites, almost like
for sure.
like the MySpaces was starting to
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that other
Black
so
Planet,
Black Planet. So I was
yeah.
the one that was like showing him like nah, like you can learn and meet and discover like other things in music through these sites. So you know that was always a blessing. Also, just so many legends that was at the station at the time because that's when Donnie Simpson was also there. You know, DJ Flex. You know who's still there. I make mention of how like almost a lot of the whole BET lineup
Yeah,
was there when I was an intern because you had Adimu who was doing Teen Summit. You know, you had Donnie Simpson who was doing Video Soul.
for
You
sure.
had Tigger who was doing Rap City. So
Yeah.
I'm not just around Tigger. I'm around all these other legends
An
who are
all-star
also
collection
right.
of
Like it was crazy.
media
Like
giants.
yeah, that lineup was like friggin' crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts.
So we finna hit a quick pivot
Okay.
and we finna get right into you pretty much being Mystic's royalty. Like I'm gonna be real
Oh
with
man,
you.
you so
Like,
cool.
nah, like when we thinking about it, right? You have been a part of the Mystics family since their inaugural season in '98. It all started, if I'm wrong, let me know, but
Mhm.
it all started with you sending out an email to them asking to see if you could be a ball girl. Is
Oh,
that
not even an
correct?
email because that wasn't as again. I feel like I'm showing my age a lot.
Oh.
It was me finding a phone number.
Oh, okay. All right. So the old school fashion way. I
Yeah,
like it.
old
I
school. It
like
was
it.
me finding a phone number and like just asking and calling like the arena and getting connected to the right person. It's like, hey, I know there's this new basketball team that's like, you know, the Mystics, they about to start their season in
Mhm.
'98. Like, do y'all have ball girls yet? And you know, I was connected to the equipment manager and he was like, you know what? No, I didn't even think about that yet. But you know, I consider you, and he did. So
So
like,
you was
yeah,
ahead of the game. Oh, snap. So
yeah,
this is pretty much divine timing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Always think ahead. Like I think that's the thing with me. I'll always like try to be like 10 steps ahead. You know, people always like to say chess, not checkers. So like you always gotta, you know, plan ahead with your chess moves. So as soon as you see something and you know, find out, like just start making the plans no matter how far down the line like it seems.
Got you. And how is that, growing up working with a WNBA team? Like, I know that had to be crazy working
Yeah, I
around
was just there at one
the
season because we was like a misfit little bunch of boys. Listen, he got us up out of there. Like, he's like, I ain't bringing none of y'all back.
but it seemed like you left a memorable
It was
impression.
a memorable impression. I did get to meet him like down the line when I was working for the Wizards.
Right.
And I told him like, yo, you don't remember it because he was still with the company when I was back with the company. You know,
Right.
like so because I was a ball girl
Mhm.
during the Mystics first season. I became the Mystics DJ during their 20th anniversary season.
Yep.
So and then I ended up becoming the Wizards DJ in 2018. I started with Mystics in 2017, became Wizards DJ in 2018. And so like the gentleman that hired me as the ball girl, like 20 plus years back, he was still with the company. I let him know, like, hey, you don't remember this, but probably like I was like one of the ball girls that you
Nah.
hired that first season. So thank you for the chance. Thank you.
It's dope that, you're a Mystics DJ and everything, but I think the
Hmm.
story about how you got to it is even crazier, is because this is something that, you honestly didn't give up on. It's something that you
Nah,
had to put some real chances into and you had to get back up and try again. So
I
I
applied for the job 4 different times before I finally got it. Like over the years, it was like
that's
probably
real.
like 4 different times over probably like a course of maybe like 6, 7 years, or maybe even longer than that. And like shout out to Trey for that fourth time. He's like, no, he just do it. I'm like, man, I did this like 3 different times before. Like when but I always tell people that you gotta trust in his time, and it's not when we think that we're ready, is when the universe knows that we're ready.
For
So
sure.
so even if I look back, shout out Ari Lennox, love you Ari,
DMV legend.
DMV.
We need you up on here, Ari.
Get on the show, Ari, come
That's
on
all we
girl.
saying.
So just, like looking back, as I look at those previous times where I applied, like even when I had, like the first time was actually an in-person interview. And I stunk that interview up because I wasn't, you know, as experienced with doing anything.
It was your
Like as
first
far as
time.
like that would have been a lot to handle as a DJ.
Right.
But as I got like bigger, like DJ experience, like, yeah.
That gets right into my next question. In the meantime that you were, going back up for the job, what were you doing to sharpen your sword and to keep yourself motivated?
I think I was making sure, let's see, before then I was like doing touring for a while. I DJed for Maya for like 6 years. So I had started DJing for her, I think in like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
So I feel like that helped me build what I needed to do as a DJ for the Mystics and Wizards, because I'm getting that experience of like, it could be a lot happening when you're on those stages for a live show. So the pressure, which I don't mind that type of pressure, because it was like always a dream of mine to DJ for an artist. And so to DJ with an amazing, like legendary artist like her, it was so dope, and it helped build the foundation for me to be able to handle things that could come at you with that comes with working in live sports. Because just working in live, because I'm working in one form of live entertainment by touring with her and doing shows, and I was able to gain experience that helps me be more calm and collected for DJing live sports. So that I got to say that definitely helped me as well. One of the greatest albums ever.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest movies ever. He was so shady and sassy in this movie, because why you humping the stage like you mad at this girl and you just screaming.
What was shorty name, Nikki?
Yeah. You screaming and humping the stage and just being extra to tick her off. And then you wonder why she get ticked off. I'm like, Press, you up there talking about her and you humping the stage.
And then you got Morris Day randomly coming through the movie talking about,
come back, Nikki. Right. The movie is like fun chaos. Like the Purple Rain is a great movie, man. The chaos of it all. The chaos of it all, man.
So speaking of you prepping yourself, for being able to be a sports DJ, you clearly haven't played a WNBA game, but that hasn't stopped you from making it to Sports Center. As I understand, when the Misfits were playing the Fever and y'all had a little bit of a leak situation, you found a way to keep the party going with an impromptu.
That's real. I like you.
Oh, look.
He does research, y'all. This is what interviewers supposed to do.
Come on,
he do research. Listen, this man did research. What's crazy? So he's referring. This is a viral moment back in 2017, which is actually my first season as the Mystics DJ.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it's my first season. I'm still trying to, I'm learning. I've never did sports before, but I shout out to everyone there. Great people that was teaching me, and they knew I was eager to learn. So yeah, there was a long delay in the game, because this is back before, Capital One had like the renovations it did. Right. It was a leak in the ceiling. So, we get on the court, that's dangerous. So we got to pause and make sure for safety. So I'm just playing like, of course, you play music or something like that, but since it's more extended, I'm playing way more music. Okay. And I turned into just like a fun, I was like, all right, let me just make this like house party cookout vibes. Right. And the next thing I know, like both teams, they having a dance off and a dance battle against each other. Yeah. And it went viral. And like in that moment, I knew like, okay, I guess I solidified my job. Right. Because at that moment, it was my first season. You gotta keep me now. I'm getting it cracking. I was like, all right, like, woo. Like, and that was a moment that got reshared a lot, like, over the years by the W. So this is dope. Listen, Don Rashad, this album right here, Redemption, track 7, Renegades. Listen, you throw Renegades on. When the way with my renegade. Slept on. Okay. She slept. People, listen, amazing performer, amazing artist. This album right here, Redemption, this is my album. Renegades. Go listen to Don Rashad renegades on this album and tell me you ain't gonna feel like
Look, we gotta get into it.
we
Then.
gotta get into it. I didn't know they had this on vinyl. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to put that one aside and get that right there. And
All right,
get that
so
right
I got
there.
a couple more questions for you.
Let's go. Let's do it.
In terms of, you pretty much growing up all with the WNBA,
Mm-hmm.
we pretty much seen a huge rise in popularity, especially within the last decade.
Yeah, man. Whew.
Where are you seeing the W going towards the next 10 years?
Woo! It's going to be astounding. I believe it was some stats posted recently about how the growth of just women's sports in general. We're not just seeing it with the WNBA. We're seeing it on college levels. We're seeing it in the NWSL. Listen, shout out to the Washington Spirit. I mean, huge. Listen, I love going to Washington Spirit games, so I'm seeing the growth of it all. And what's crazy, I was just watching on the way over here. I was watching Cam Newton's interview with Brittany Griner, and one thing that Cam Newton said is he feels like the W's popularity could pass Major League Baseball. So to hear someone like Cam Newton, he says it could grow that big, especially when you look at our next few classes that's going to be coming out with sports. Everybody's looking forward to, Juju Watkins when she come out, because she's only, I know she's recovering from injury, but we just witnessed her freshman year.
Right. Her and Kiki was balling. Before Kiki came to the Misters, Kiki and Juju was going crazy out there. That was
just her freshman year. So she still has, 3, maybe even 4 more years before she comes out into the league. We're looking forward to like next year, we like AZ Fudd, Olivia Miles, since Olivia Miles decided to it's so the future classes is like so we know it's going to grow, because these kids, they already have a following, like even in high school.
Yeah,
they are, because I know some commits were announced this week, USC snagging, so some more folks. And so we seeing how their popularity is going to carry with them from high school to college to their fan base is going to come to the W. So it's going to, I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm looking forward to it a lot. It's going to be amazing. And it's totally amazing to witness the growth of it all. Yeah, it's crazy.
So, couple quick questions. Give me your 3 favorite players in the WNBA right now.
My 3 favorite players in the W. Shoot, I'm name all Mystics, man. Listen, our 3 that went to All-Star. We had Brittany Sykes, we had Sonia Citron, Kiki Ariafin, whole squad. Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat.
Because Kiki one of my favorite players for real. She be holding it down. She leading the team in rebounds right now.
Like people said, like our rookies are not playing like rookies.
Look, but she balling.
She's balling. Yeah, like the poise and demeanor, just how they carry themselves is just like, it's so amazing. And just everything with the team this season. Like listen, that's why I did the song New Era. I knew it was going to be a new era for us. So I was like, hey, and it is. It's great vibes on vibes.
And last question.
Yeah.
One thing that I draw comparisons in terms of the WNBA's rise in popularity the last decade is the rise of women in rap in the last decade. I draw very, very clear comparisons between both. And I want to ask, who are some of the most requested women rappers to get played during the games and at practice by the players?
Oh man,
I need to know what they want to hear.
Lotto a lot, especially when I was in like at Unrivaled, when I did Unrivaled. Like I literally had a coach come up to me while Angel Reese was warming up on the court, and like, Angel wants to hear Lotto. I'm like, okay, bet.
Okay.
Right now, I guess like Bunna B is hot, and also listen, summer's just begun. On the same, those like Pluto with the whip whammy. So those ladies are dope right there. So yeah, can't get mad at any of those.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I really appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you, sir.
Don't do me
Listen,
like
listen.
this.
He did research. He had great questions. Listen, I go through a lot of interviews, you know. It's some interviews where I've been like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, you didn't look up a darn thing about me, did you? I'll be tooting.
That's right.
Holy cats. But no, listen, you better rah. We've been in the gym. Flex on them. No, this is great. This is dope. You know, I'm like a kid in a candy store, you know, being around vinyl. So, you know, I'm the old head in me. I started out DJing on vinyl. I still have all my vinyl. I might have to come bring some here, you know, maybe, you know.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been
Absolutely.
a pleasure.
Well, I appreciate you coming on to the show. It was a pleasure.
It's been amazing. It's been splendid. Peachy keen. It's been a peachy keen.
And that wraps up our show. We really appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Stay tuned for our next episode. Till then, this is Kalen from Past the Ox, along with DJ Heat. And that concludes our episode of Vinyl and Vibes.
Thank you. Go get yourself a nice coffee.